When we first did this in 2019, we had a 50 qubit system, which is, 2 to the 50 numbers that we're like storing and manipulating all at the same time. And, there are even like papers that people have put out there being like skeptical that you could ever get something like that to work. They're like, oh, it's way too complicated. Quantum mechanics is going to fall apart or something crazy is going to happen. And we run this thing and it behaves exactly how you would expect it, which is kind of incredible.
And now it's north of 80.
Yeah, like over 100, and people are kind of working with like hundreds of qubits these days. And a really interesting thing about that is, so like when we ran this experiment in 2019, so what naturally happens is that you can kind of predict what's going to happen, and then at some point you cross a threshold where no longer can you predict what's going to happen because you don't have a classical computer to make a prediction, right? And so you're in this unverifiable regime. And so at the time we like put out all these numbers out there and we said like, hey, here's all of our unverifiable numbers. We think if you ever got a better classical computer, come up with a better algorithm, you'd be able to check that. And like in this time between 2019 with Sycamore and our new chip Willow, people actually, they did that. They came up with better classical methods. They kind of pushed the cutting edge, and they were able to simulate that the numbers we put out there were legit, right?